Today, I called my former life coach and I was squealing. I was so excited to tell her my news. Something had happened that I had dreamed about back when I was in session with her. And it felt so good to have a space and a person to share my wins with. And it got me thinking, do other people know the magic of having a coach, whether that be a life coach, a health coach, a career coach, or even a culture coach? So I thought I would bring an episode to you all about the benefits of having a coach, but also some challenges you may run into to get you thinking about, is this something you would benefit from having? Let's dive all into the experience of having a coach and if it could produce new results for you. Here we go. I bet if you think back to your youth, you would remember a coach. Now, some of you had exciting experiences where a coach was your mentor. They motivated you and inspired you and built you up. You knew that you could do the tough stuff because of what this coach said to you. Some of you may have had a different experience. I know people who have quit their passion and quit sports because of a coach. And yes, that can happen, but I do not want that to put a bad taste in your mouth about using a coach in adulthood. Let's talk all about the options that are out there for you and if a coach is something that could really help you move to the next level. Now, before we get into the benefits of having a coach, I do want to talk about what kind of people may utilize a coach or may really see a positive in having a coach with you. I want you to think about something you want to do in your life right now. It is January 2024. Maybe you are thinking about losing weight. Maybe you are thinking about getting healthier and finding a healthy way for you to exercise. Maybe you want to eat more protein. Maybe you want to make a career change. Maybe you are in a place in your life where relationships have become hard, right? Or maybe you are really struggling at work. This is when we need to think about, would a coach be a good fit for you? And now I want you to think about right now, whatever your goal is, put that in your mind. What is something you want to accomplish? Do you know what to do? Some of you just nodded your head yes. You were like, Anne, I know what I need to do to get more physically fit. Do you know what you want for a goal? Some of you are like, yes, I know exactly what I want in 2024. Amazing. If you're just not taking the actions yet, now I know it is only January 16th. I know that we're only a couple weeks into January, but if you had some big goals and you're just not taking action to achieve them, yes, maybe you need a coach, but maybe you simply need accountability. So if you already know what you want to achieve, you know what you need to do, and you just need to do it, an accountability partner, an accountability coach is more what you would be looking for. Now, rewind. When I asked you, do you know what to do? Maybe you said yes. And then when I asked, do you know what you want as a goal? If you were like, no, I don't know what I want. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I should put down as a goal. I'm confused on that. That's when you need a coach. If you are feeling stuck, you just can't take action. You feel frozen. You feel paralyzed. You feel stuck. You would benefit from a coach. If you're thinking to yourself, I know what I want to do, but I've tried it already. Or I know what to do, but I've tried it already. I've already tried everything. Nothing will work. You may need a coach. If you are feeling unmotivated to try new things, unmotivated to make a change, unmotivated to shift your mindset, you're going to need a coach. That one's kind of a definite, not maybe. If you are feeling stuck, go grab yourself a coach. And when I'm talking about a coach, I'm talking about a life coach, right? Maybe a career coach in that situation. If you want to level up, you want to change the game, you feel like, man, I'm doing good, but I want to get better, that's when you might want to look into having a coach as well. They're really going to help you stay focused and keep going to achieve that goal that you want to achieve. All right. Maybe you're listening right now and you're like, okay, I'm all in. I want to hear why a coach, what I'm going to get from having a coach. That's what we're diving into next. If you are listening to this episode and you're thinking to yourself, man, I just need some accountability. She's right. I know what to do. I know what I want. I'm just not doing it. I just need some accountability. I need you to go pick up the phone, send a text message, send a DM to whoever, wherever. Hey, I really want to change this thing in my life, and I'm looking for some accountability. I know you know someone right now who, if you ask them to hold you accountable, they would do it. Some of you, that's your partner in your own home. And others of you are like, there is no way that person is going to keep me accountable. They're going to sabotage my goals, Anne. Well, then you need a different accountability partner. All right? Going into what benefits a coach can bring. I already kind of mentioned this, but I really want to go into this first one. Benefits of a coach. Number one, they focus on you and your goals. If you are in a group program, a lot of times the focus is on an action or an activity. And everyone in the group is working on taking action and doing that specific activity. When you have an individual coach, a one-on-one coach, the focus is on you. Later, I'm going to talk about challenges. And some of you might be thinking right now, and I don't want that. Well, maybe a group coaching program is for you then. A one-on-one coach is really going to help you focus in on you, and they're going to help focus in on your goals. That's one of the very first things that I do in all of my sessions as a culture coach is really talk about where do you want to go? What are the goals? And now in every session, every week that we come back together, we're going to talk about focusing, or we're going to focus in on those goals. And we're going to make sure that every action we decide that you are going to take align with your goals. And that is what every life coach is going to do, career coach is going to do, health coach is going to do, right? They're going to help you stay focused on your goals. The second thing they are going to help you do is work on your mindset. What's wild about when we try to go achieve something we've never achieved before is exactly that. We've never achieved it before, so it feels out of reach. And when something feels out of reach, we have a tendency to want to take the easy route and give up. And that is where having a coach in your corner is going to help you so much. They are going to stay with you and keep that mindset that you can and you will achieve your goal. And if there is nothing better, it is that right there. Helping you stay in that positive mindset that you can and you will achieve that goal. Because if you pick a goal that is really, really out there, right? I used to work in network marketing and they would say big, hairy, scary goals, right? If you are really, truly working towards a big, hairy, scary goal, your mindset is going to be all over the place. Unless you are one of those super focused human beings. Incredible if you are. If not, you're going to want someone in your corner keeping you with your eyes on the prize. And that is exactly what a coach is going to do. They're going to help you with your mindset. They're going to help you stay positive. Number 3, coaches are going to help you gain clarity. This is where it can get uncomfortable for some. Some of us, me included, oh, bless my dear coach's heart. I wanted clarity, but I did not want to have the conversations to get clarity. I'll say it again. I wanted clarity. That was one of the things in my opening session. My goal was to gain clarity on where I want to take my business. And she was like, amazing. Let's talk about what's stopping you. And I was like, let's not. Let's talk about actions. And she was like, I think we need to get into the reason that you're not taking action. And I was like, no, just give me the actions. It was fantastic. Bless this woman's soul. And so in the benefits of a coach is they will help you gain clarity and really find the deep reasons inside of you on why you're taking the action you're taking, or why your mindset is the way it is, or why you've had trouble achieving your goals in the past, right? They will help you really dive into that to then let go of whatever it is that's holding you back and truly help you feel free and give you that ownership over your goal so that you can go achieve it. Number 4, benefit of a coach. Identify things that you can't see. When we are in a situation and when we are emotionally attached to a situation, some of you have heard me say this at my presentations. When we are emotionally attached, we cannot see clearly. We just can't. Our vision is clouded by anger or frustration, maybe even love. We might be clouded by empathy, and we might not be able to see everything clearly. This is why having a coach who is not in your situation can be so beneficial. They can help you see things from either others' point of view, or they can help you see things that you're just not clearly seeing. I remember working with a gentleman, actually a group of gentlemen, and there was a situation with an outside person. And in this coaching session, I asked a question about, let's talk about their perspective. And it was amazing how the level of frustration with this human being went down when they got to see it differently and they got to detach from their emotions. And that is what a coach can truly help you do, is detach from the emotion and start to see things clearly. Benefit number 5 of a coach is they are independent, meaning they don't gain anything on whether or not you succeed or you fail. So this is where having an outside coach is an incredible situation for you, because it's not a manager. It's not your boss. A lot of times we go to our bosses with problems. We go to our bosses looking for some of these things I'm discussing right now. And that's great. If you have a good relationship with your boss, that's fantastic. However, your boss gains from you going all in on bettering yourself, correct? Which is great. And that's what a coach is going to help you do, is better yourself so that you can bring a better version of yourself to work as well. However, there's no pressure where when you go into your boss and you talk about these big goals and you work on your mindset and you gain clarity and they help you see somebody else's perspective, that's all great. However, there's pressure to perform, because now you've said, these are my goals at work and this is what I'm going to do. And if you don't get around to doing that, there could be some negative consequences at work, right? Where a coach, an outsider coming in, they gain nothing. I mean, other than joy. I have so much joy when I work with my clients. I literally shed tears when I hang up the phone, because I'm like, they did the thing. I'm so proud of them. Or when we get on the phone in the beginning and I ask for their wins and they're like, oh, I wrote this down last week because I knew I had to tell you. There is so much pride that goes through your coaches. Like, please understand that too. But they don't have anything to gain, and there's no pressure on you to perform. There's good pressure to keep you moving, but not pressure to perform. And that can be super beneficial. Number 6, they help you improve personal performance. Whether you are an athlete and getting a coach to help you move to the next level. Or you are a career coach, you have a career coach, and they help you sharpen your leadership and your communication skills so that you can go get that next job that you are seeking. They are truly going to help you improve your personal performance. And again, it's tied back to your goals, not somebody else's goals, not somebody else's vision, your vision. And they're looking at you as the individual, and they're watching your growth and helping you see your growth. And that is truly game changing. Number 7, coaches help you develop an action plan. Now notice, I did not say coaches give you an action plan. If you have an incredible coach, you are going to be the biggest factor in developing that action plan, because I can tell you all day what to go do. But if in your head you have roadblocks, if in your head you don't believe you can do it, if in your head you see all the reasons why this won't get done, it won't get done. So you being the contributor, the biggest contributor to the action plan, helps you take confident action. And that is what we want, right? Your coach is going to help you be intentional in setting that action plan, but in the end, you're the one who has to believe that these actions will make a difference. Or again, they could give you any action plan and you're not going to see results. That action plan, let me tell you, as a culture coach, it is huge to help people on a Monday set up an action plan for the week and then be followed up the very next week on how did those actions go. Coaching a gentleman this fall, and he answered my call, and first words out of his mouth are, "I didn't do anything we said I was going to do." And I was like, great. Let's talk about that. Well, it sounds like we need to start right there, right? So instead of saying like, why not? You said you were going to do it. You ended our call, excited about those actions. What went wrong? It was like, okay, clearly something happened that you were not confident taking those action steps. So let's reflect and let's readjust and let's get back to work, right? So having an action plan and then being held accountable. That's actually my next one. Number 8. Follow through and accountability. Now, again, if you at the beginning of this podcast were like, Ann, I know what to do, and I know what I want, go get yourself an accountability partner. But if you are like, I struggle with follow through, go get yourself a coach. That is exactly what this person is going to do. A lot of life coaches meet weekly. Some meet bi-weekly, so that there is enough time for you to take action and enough time for you to reflect on the actions that you took so that you can continue moving forward. The best thing about coaches is they help you build momentum by staying accountable and staying focused on your goals. And so that is going to be huge. One of the number one reasons people see more success with a coach is because of that follow through and that accountability. And remember, your coach isn't doing that. You are doing that. You are being held accountable so you take action, so that you stay focused, so that you gain clarity, right? So that you improve your personal performance. You do the work, but your coach is there to help you, support you, see it through. Reason number 9, one of my favorites actually, is improved self-awareness. It's amazing how when we have a coach checking in on us, they're helping us be more self-aware. It's also just bringing situations to the forefront and bringing thoughts to the forefront so that throughout the week, as you're running into those situations, you're like, oh, I'm getting frustrated. Yep. Look at me getting mad about this. Okay, time out, right? Because your RAS, your reticular activating system, is looking for ways you are wanting to grow. And then when you see that roadblock come in, you see it clearly because you know to look for it because you are becoming more self-aware. Hopefully your coach is giving you some skills and some strategies to get you through the roadblocks that you know you're going to hit. But that improves self-awareness of, oh, I need to go take a break. Oh, I need to go walk away. Or, oh, I need to wrap this up so I don't take this home with me. That self-awareness is really going to help you reach those goals faster, because you're going to be able to recognize situations as they come up. Instead of wondering later why things happened, you're going to be more aware as they are happening, and you're going to be living in the present moment more often. Lastly, benefits of having a coach. I am going to tell you, number one, actually, I'm going to use the word momentum here. I already kind of touched on this, but the momentum that can be created by having a coach. Just imagine, it's almost like when you're growing a habit, okay? So imagine you are set out to grow a habit of walking every single day. And you walk on day 1, and you walk on day 2, and you don't really feel like it on day 3, but you walk anyways, and then you walk on day 4. You don't see any results in 4 days, right? You might not. And therefore, you might want to give up. But you told your coach you were going to see it through. By day 21, right? That's how long it takes to start to build a habit. Now you're excited to tell your coach what number you're on, how many walks you've done consecutively. And you start to get momentum. Now it's not just, I'm going to go on a walk. Now you start to focus on, while I'm on my walk, I am going to do X, Y, and Z, right? So maybe it's, I'm going to observe nature. I'm going to breathe more. I'm going to do some meditation. Maybe it's, I'm going to organize my thoughts in my head so I can get back to work and get focused. And so now you'll start to see momentum because this coach has held you accountable. And now you can do even more things because you've attacked those early habits. And that is what a coach is going to help you do. If you're still listening and you're thinking to yourself, man, I got a lot changing going on now. I've got a lot of changes coming up. I don't know if now is the right time for a coach. Let me tell you that transition time is the number one time to get a coach. And here's why. When we're in transition, many of us process that transition differently. And having a coach walk us through how we're feeling, what we're thinking, what actions we're taking during that transition is going to be so powerful. Also, some of us are verbal processors. And when we are in the middle of a transition, we want to verbally process with someone. Having a coach allows you to verbally process with someone that's not connected to your life. You are not going to burn out your family. You're not going to burn out your coworkers because you're constantly talking about this transition. Also, many of you may transition into a new role, a new leadership role, and talking to your coworkers that you used to work elbow to elbow with, right, about that transition might not go over well. This is why having a coach, again, a life coach, a career coach, this is where a culture coach, if you are moving jobs specifically, could really come in handy, because now you can verbally process the feelings and emotions, but also the processes and the action steps to take as you transition into that new role, moving to that new city, having that new baby, whatever it is. Seek a coach. I do want to talk a little bit about challenges, because I think some of you right now are so excited listening to this episode, like, Anne, you're right. I need to find a coach. I need to find a life coach. And I want that for you. But I also want to be really honest that there are some challenges with having a coach. Challenge number 1 is you are going to have to confront things that you do not want to talk about. Potentially. You may have to confront situations that you don't want to deal with. You might have to confront people that do not bring you joy, right? in these coaching sessions, as you are talking through challenges and roadblocks, you're going to have to confront those challenges face to face and talk them through with your coach. And some people are just not comfortable with that. Now, I will be absolutely honest with you that even if you struggle with confrontation, if you find the right coach, they will help you go through this process so seamlessly and without a lot of friction, right? So that you can really confront it in a healthy way to then help you move forward. Other challenges that you may run into is getting honest feedback. Some people do not like honest feedback. And a good coach is going to ask you how you like to receive feedback. But sometimes there's some honesty that needs to happen in some tough conversations. And so you need to be open to that. You need to be ready and open. Another thing you need to be open to that could become a challenge is open to change. One of my favorite situations this fall is I had a gentleman say to me, "I bet I know what you're going to tell me I should do." And I was like, "Hey, now, I'm not going to tell you anything to do." And he's like, "No, you're going to have me handle this situation like the last situation because that turned out really well." And I said, "Are you thinking if you handled this situation in the same way that it would not turn out well?" And he's like, "No, I think it will. I just have been avoiding this situation for so long. This person has worked here longer than me. This person has been in the position I'm in right now, and I don't want to confront this. And I don't know what it looks like on the other side," right? He didn't want to change how he's typically communicated with this individual. And what was awesome is at the end of that session, I said, "Well, if you're not comfortable doing that yet, that's okay. We can talk through another strategy." And he was like, "No. I need to change. I need to change how I communicate with this person if I want their behavior to change back." And I was like, yes. He just went all in, had the conversation, came back and said, he actually thanked me for how I started the conversation with him. And so be open to change. It might shift your life into such a positive versus thinking change is bad or change is hard, right? A coach should motivate and inspire you and not make you feel like you're in the wrong, but help you see how you could win. And really, again, going back to that focus on your goals, your goal is to win, your focus is to get that goal and achieve that goal and win in the process and look for those little wins. Are you going to have setbacks? Absolutely. That we just know, right? That is like going to happen. That's why working on your mindset with your coach is going to be so important when those setbacks come up. But having a coach that motivates you and inspires you, has the personality to truly do that with you is so, so important. Are you feeling fired up to find yourself a coach? If so, I really hope you go find a good match for you. If you don't know where to start, I have a lot of incredible connections to life coaches, health coaches, even a career coach that could help you get moving and find that momentum and help you reach your goals. If you've been listening to this, thinking about having a culture coach for work, I would absolutely love to have a conversation with you to see what you are looking for and to see if you and I would be a great fit. A lot of my clients come to me looking for leadership and how to truly shift their culture to be more of a positive place. Not all of my clients are the boss. I have clients who are the low man on the totem pole. I also have clients that are in the middle. They are newly in their position, but they've moved up maybe one step and they want to keep going, but they want to really nurture the team that they have now to be the best and show up. I also work with clients who feel like they are beating their head against a wall. they are not loving going to work and they want to change that. They know there's a way for it to change, but they're just not sure on the actions to take and who they need to become in order to truly make that culture shift. So if that is you, let's have a conversation. Shoot me an email or a DM over on Instagram, or you can find me on Facebook at Impact to Influence. I would love to hear about what you are looking for and see if we can make that happen as we get started into 2024. Either way, what I would want to see for you is you taking your life up one notch. Just up one notch, whatever that looks like for you. And some of you don't need a coach for that. Some of you have had this burning inside you, and you just need to take action. If you know that you cannot take action this week, let's get you started with a coach. They will help you take that first step and truly believe in yourself to do it. Give you the confidence to get started so that you can get to the next level. I know that I started with a life coach in 2020 when I felt insanely stuck. And then I got myself another life coach in 2020. I think it was 2021. It might have been 2022, who really helped me. It wasn't even the actions to take. It was more just like the belief. I think I was really struggling with belief, and she really helped me believe in myself and believe that I can follow through and that I can achieve this dream. And that is why today, when I got to send her a Marco Polo and squeal and let her know that one of the things we talked about has come to fruition 2 years later, like, it feels so good. And I wish I could write a letter right now back to 2022 Anne to be like, keep going, girl, because you will never believe what happens to you in January of 2024. And you're not going to get here if you stop, right? And that is where coaching is so, so powerful. I hope today inspired you, or at least got you revved up to go do the things you know that you can do. I believe in you. If you hire a coach, they're going to believe in you too. And let's go take 2024 up a notch. We can do this. Thank you for listening to the What If It Works podcast. And just think, what if it worked? What if you hired a coach this year and hit those goals before the end of 2024 even wraps up? What if this is your year because you go all in on having some accountability and getting that mindset right, staying focused, being held accountable, being self-aware, like go all in on you, improve your personal performance? What if 2024 is your year? I know you can do this. If you listen to this episode and you were excited and you were inspired, please share this episode with someone you know that may need to hear this information. Maybe you've had a conversation about a life coach or a health coach or even a culture coach with someone else and you didn't really know where to take that conversation. Send them this episode. Let's get other people fired up to truly level up in 2024.